Today is Friday, January 29, year 2021. Let's read Part 1, Book of Genesis, Chapter 5. This is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man, He made him to the likeness of God. He created them, male and female, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. In the day when they were created, and Adam lived 130 years, and begot a son to his own image and likeness, and called him name Seth. Now the days of Adam after he begot Seth were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. And all the time that Adam lived came to 930 years, and he died. Seth also lived 105 years, and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 807 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years, and begot Canaan, after whose birth he lived 850 and 15 years, and begot sons and daughters. After all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and begot Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalalel 840 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. After Mahalalel lived 65 and begot Jered. After Mahalalel lived after he begot Jered 830 years, and begot sons and daughters. After all the days Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. After Jered lived 862 years, and begot Henoch. And Jered lived after he begot Henoch 800 years, and begot sons and daughters. After all the days Jered were 962 years, and he died. And Henoch lived 65 years, and begot Methuselah. After Henoch walked with God, and lived after he begot Methuselah 300 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Henoch were 365 years, and he walked with God, that was seen no more, because God took him. And Methuselah lived 887 years, and begot Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years, and begot son and daughter. After all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 882 years, and begot a son, and he called his name Noah, saying, This name shall comfort us from the work and labors our hand on the earth, which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech came to 777 years, and he died. And Noah, when he was 500 years old, begot Sem, Cam, and Japheth.